now being a translator. Could you please give her an access?
Yes, she is in there already.
Okay, thank you.
All right, let's continue. Ivo is Vietnamese still, right? Okay, Ivo and Gibson, thank you. Let's continue. Okay, class 4. Let's go through the PowerPoint first. Oh yeah, before we continue, favorite question that I always like to ask. Assuming in front of you is your teacher and a Buddha happens to appear beside your teacher, who do you pay respect to? Your teacher or the Buddha? A lot of time, people, anyway, come, tell me, who do you think teacher first? yeah, okay. Yeah, Gekling is a veteran of ACI, so she knows the answer. Gekling almost completes all the 18 courses, together with Mr. Choi. Yeah, teacher first, right? Why we should respect our teacher first, but not Buddha? Anybody wants to guess? Why do we want to respect the teacher first? Why not the Buddha? Actually, I think sometimes you just have to try, you know. You don't have to feel shy. I'm not going to penalize you if you answer wrongly. Let's use logic, okay? Let's use logic. You know, in what I like about Geshe Michael is that his teaching is very logical. Okay, Francisca is good. En Chong, okay, En Chong is also good, all right, yeah. So in Geshe Michael tradition, we use a lot of logic, okay? He will never tell you, trust me, believe me, and do this, you know. He will always tell you, this is how we should do it because, and then there is always logic. So it's very logical. So why should we respect same principle as respecting your mother, then only Guru and God? Okay, logically, okay, Buddha and teacher. Let's say we don't have teacher. Will we be able to know about the Buddha and the teaching? We won't, because where is the Buddha? Buddha is gone from this world, right? But let's say, assuming Buddha is not here, but your teacher is here, you can still get access to the Buddha and the teaching. You see, so logically we need a teacher. I don't want you to just blindly swallow what I'm saying, you know. I want you to listen and go through the filter of your logic. I will do my best to answer logically. Okay, if I cannot answer, I will ask my teacher, okay? That's the benefit of having a teacher. If you don't know how to answer, you can always go back to your teacher, you see? So don't be afraid of doing something, okay? You know, don't be afraid to share something, because if you don't understand anything, I mean, if you happen not to be able to answer, you can ask your teacher, okay? All right, let's continue. Let's continue to class 4. Okay, so we talk about qualities of authentic Dharma and good student. Dharma which is not authentic means that even if we spend 1,000 years practicing it, you will not get any real understanding and realization. Okay? This is why even in meditation, you remember, those of you who have been with me for a while, you will remember I always remind you, when you want to meditate, do the right meditation. You can do many hours of meditation, the wrong ones. You can sit many hours in the wrong meditation. You will not go far. In fact, a story by Geshe Michael. A lot of you have heard this story before, but I want to repeat this story again. When he first met his teacher, right? He was so happy. Oh, teacher, please receive my offering to you. Please receive my respect, you know. And then the teacher asked him, okay, so do you know how to meditate? Oh, yes, I can sit down like this for 2 hours to meditate. The teacher laughed. Okay, so what do you get after the 2 hours? Oh, I have better focus. I have more, I become more calm. A lot of all the things. The teacher laughed. At the end of the day, you are 2 hours nearer to your death. Congratulations. Do you understand the meaning? Basically, it just means that you just wasted your 2 hours of time, you know, because the only purpose of doing meditation is to help us become nearer to the time when we can have a direct perception of emptiness, which will then lead us to enlightenment, which means that we become very, very successful. That is the only purpose of doing meditation. All other benefits are just good side effects. The good side effects are things like focused, ability to solve problems, feeling peaceful, harmony with others, and so on and so on. All those are just side effects. Side effects benefits, okay? So the same thing with authentic Dharma. It's important to find Dharma which is authentic. Otherwise, you are just wasting your time. And what are the 3 distinguishing features? First, it must have been taught by the enlightened beings. It must have been taught by people who are successful already. Do you want to learn how to drive a car from someone who can drive a car, or someone who only knows the theory of driving a car? Do you want to learn swimming from someone who knows how to swim, or someone who knows the theory of swimming from reading a book? Yeah, so the same logic here. You see, Geshe Michael teaching is so logical. That's why I enjoy Geshe Michael's teaching. I'm telling you all these things I learned from Geshe Michael. It's not from me, okay? I didn't write all these things. I learned them from Geshe Michael, who in turn learned from his teacher, Ken Rinpoche, Geshe Lobsang Taching, who also learned from his teacher and their teachers, right? So nothing here is written by me. And in fact, nothing here is written by Geshe Michael. All the materials in ACI are taken from the authentic source. Nothing is added except 1 page in the 18 courses. All right, people who are with me, they know which one is edition by Geshe Michael. He put it there just to test if we are aware that it is not original. So it has to be taught by enlightened beings, meaning that it has to be passed down in the lineage, in the unbroken lineage, right? Meaning that we need to know our teacher and our teachers' teachers and our teachers' teachers' teachers and our teachers' teachers' teachers, all the way to the enlightened beings. In this case, Buddha Gautama. So it's very important. If someone is teaching you something, and if that person cannot prove to you that this is an unbroken, if this has come from unbroken lineage, run away. Quickly run away, okay? Otherwise, well, unless you enjoy some content, yeah, like, for example, I'm learning how to play Sudoku more effectively. That is okay, because I know I'm wasting my time, right? I know I'm wasting my time, so it's okay. But if I want to learn something that will help me to become very successful, then you better ask the person, where did you learn this from? Is this your own creation, or is this taught by your teachers and your teachers' teachers and your teachers' teachers' teachers and so on. Number one. Number two, it has to be cleaned of any errors by the sages to its authentic form, meaning that the teaching has to be clean of errors. Okay. How do we know that what we are learning is clean from errors? I have given you the story yesterday, the 3 waves of the Buddhism teaching to Tibet, right? The first was Padmasambhava, but over the 200 years of the spread, it was contaminated by Bong, which is a Tibetan or folks' belief. Yeah. And then the second wave was by Lord Atisha. So Padmasambhava was about year 800. Lord Atisha is about year 1000. Yeah. And then 300 over years after that, again, the teaching was contaminated with the local beliefs. Therefore, Je Tsongkhapa, year 1400s, yeah, 1400s, 15th century, he cleaned up the teaching. He cleaned up the teaching. So what we are learning, especially those taught by Je Tsongkhapa, has been cleaned up of any errors. If you read Je Tsongkhapa's books, well, I don't claim to have read the books, but I attended Mixed Nuts. Okay, in Mixed Nuts, Geshe Michael is translating all the books, and he is actually giving us a lot of examples about how Je Tsongkhapa did the cleaning. Yeah, so it's very exciting and very interesting. Our next Mixed Nut is starting in 10 days, 11 days, 1st of October. Okay, 1st of October. I think if you want to attend, you can ask Ying Hui here. Ying Hui has details, right? Thank you, Ying Hui. Ying Hui has the details. Okay, you can ask her. So please come if you have time. Okay, if you have time. Okay, and finally, the system should have brought true realizations to master practitioners, meaning that there are people who have applied the system successfully and become very successful. Yeah. If I created my own system and I'm teaching you, that might not be enough because I'm only one person. But this system should have created many, many successful people. Yeah. And a very good example that Geshe Michael liked to use is this system has been around for 2,500 years, which is about 100 generations. Something that can last for 100 generations must be something really, really useful. Let's talk about things which are not useful and didn't last long. For example, how many people here know about fax machine? I know Selfa, no. Yeah, Tambu, no. Anton, you also know. Ivo, you know? Okay, I don't know. Maybe because you are a lawyer, that's why you know, right, Ivo? But a lot of young people, they don't, maybe they heard before. Yeah, Alvin, we are about same age, right? Shamin, you know also. Maybe young people, they heard of the term, but they might not have seen or touched it. You see, fax machine only lasted for one generation. Or Chiwi also no. Okay. Okay, how about cameras film? Nowadays, when we talk about camera, it's a mobile phone. But the olden days, camera is using film. And it only lasted for one generation. But this system has lasted for 100 generations. That means it is working. Otherwise, people will just throw it away. Yeah, yesterday we went to a lawyer office in Jakarta, and we saw the typewriter, okay, the old typewriter that I used when I was studying or when I was doing my my final thesis for my university. So when I look at the machine, it felt kind of nostalgic. Yeah, but it was replaced by computer. So nowadays, I don't think anybody is using typewriter anymore. Yeah, nobody, right? All right, so these are authentic Dharma. How about requirements of a good student? We need to be free of preconception, meaning that the glass has to be clean. The glass has to be clean. We don't want to have any preconception to affect our learning. We need to be intelligent spiritually, okay? Intelligent spiritually means we are eager, we are hungry to learn, yeah? Intelligent spiritually. In fact, for this class, I think we should thank Jensen Chai. I saw Jensen Chai just now. Yeah, we have to thank Jensen Chai, yeah, because he requested to have this, and Surrey initiated the translation to Chinese. So I think we should thank them, right? So this is a mark of intelligence spiritually. This is a mark of person who is intelligent spiritually. They want to learn. And of course, high spiritual aspirations. People who want to go far spiritually, right? And it's very important. We should not be satisfied just with our simple understanding of the spirituality. We need to have high aspiration. Yeah, that's very important. Okay. All right, let's go through homeworks, right? Before we go to the text. Yeah, let's go to the homework, right? Name the 10 characteristics of a qualified teacher. Is in simple term 3, 3, 4. Remember, 3 mental qualities, 3 super good qualities, and 4 good teaching qualities. What are the 3 mental qualities? 戒定慧. Sorry, I use Chinese, right? 戒 means good morality. Yeah. 定 means a good concentration or meditation. And finally, good wisdom. Good wisdom means super peaceful. How about the 3 good qualities, super good quality, right? The 3 super good quality, the first one is spiritual quality that exceeds the student, yeah, Yunten Lakpa. And then the second one is have a great effort, yeah, willing to make great effort, yeah, taking joy in helping the students, yeah, happy, yeah, feeling happy in helping the student. And then number 3 is rich in scripture, lungi chuk, yeah, have a deep knowledge of the scripture. And then the 4 qualities of teaching, 4 good teaching quality. The first one is a deep realization of the suchness, which is the code word for emptiness. And then master instructor, know the student's capacity well, when to teach, how to teach, what to teach, yeah, according to the student's capacity. Image of love, have deep love for the students without any worldly motive. And finally, never get discouraged, even if they have to teach the student repeatedly. Name the 3 characteristics of an authentic teaching. Okay, first is it has to have unbroken lineage from enlightened people. Second, it has to be cleaned of errors. And third, it should have helped master practitioners achieve enlightenment by using the system. And 3 requirements of a good student. First one, free of preconception. And then second is the intelligent spiritually. And third one, high spiritual aspiration. Okay, so we finished all already. All right, now let's go through the text. I love the text. I don't know why. So reading 4. Yeah, I love the text. The text is so comprehensive, you know. Okay, so reading 4 is pledge to compose the work, and this is then the first verse. As far as I'm able, I'll explain the essence of all high teachings of the victors, the path that all their holy sons commend, the entry point for the fortunate seeking freedom. Okay, so please read, and let's go through my notes, my highlight. So all these are talking about the importance of teacher, right? No, sorry, this is class 4. Class 4 is importance of authentic Dharma. People who have, this is from, no, this is from, okay, sure, thank you, noted Gibson. People who have hopes of doing some kind of spiritual practice should study an unerring path such as this one, meaning that we need to study authentic teaching. It is not right just to practice anything you can get hold of. And the metaphor, like some stray dog that gobbles down anything he can find. You know, when we want to buy something, I remember when I want to buy something, you know, what did I buy? Oh, I just bought a new battery, power bank, you know. I think Ryan know my power bank sort of became pregnant when I was in Cal. And Chong, you also know, I bought a new power bank. Let me show you. It's quite cool, you know. You know, it has a display, 100%. Oh, quite cool, huh? When I was buying this power bank, what did I do? I research. I check out. Okay, I use this Basis brand, right? I check out few brands. There are a few brands that I check, and then I start to see what I want. I want 20,000 mAh, and then I want to buy power. This one has 100 watt power. Okay, 100, because I want to charge my Mac. My Mac, this is 14-inch, so it requires, I think, 70 watt. So those are the specs that I use, and then I search around, and then I read reviews from people. Okay, I read and I make sure that this is what I want. This is buying products. How about you? When you buy something, do you check? Do you find out what you want? Definitely. Correct? But when it comes to Dharma, what happened? Tonight, in this ABC place, there is a Rinpoche coming, giving this teaching and this empowerment. Let's go together. Yeah, go. Have you ever asked, what is he going to teach? What empowerment is he going to give? What commitment do we have to take? And what do we have to do every day as part of the practice? Some people didn't even know. Some people say, just come, come. It's for your blessing, you know, come. Is that not similar to the metaphor here? Like some stray dog that gobbles down anything he can find. You see, when I want to buy a simple power bank, this power bank is not expensive, $85. I know you can get cheaper than this, but to me, 100 watt is what I want, okay? Some power bank is more expensive. To me, I search around. But did you search around when you want to learn Dharma? When you come to ACI 1, did you ask what is this all about? I hope you check first, okay? Don't just come because so-and-so say this is good. Don't just come because I will say, hey, this is good, please come. Don't just come because Emily say, hey, this is good, please come. You know, please check first, all right? Okay, let's continue. You see, even in some insignificant business, over a horse, a gem, or the like, you check, you ask everyone, you think, you consider it. Even in smallest matters of life, people take pains to do all these things. But gaining the ultimate goal of our countless life, which depends on Dharma, we don't do any check at all, whether it's good or bad. Again, we act like dogs with a scrap foot. I think this metaphor is very interesting. Huh? And all these, okay, all these are original. Okay, all these are from Pak Bongkar Rinpoche, not from Geshe Michael. Geshe Michael only did the translation. All these are original from Pak Bongkar Rinpoche. So you see, even for small matter, we really take a lot of care to do our checking. We think, we run around, we ask people, we spend a lot of time considering. But for those small matter, even if it is a mistake, you can just throw it away. Like me, over Taobao, Lazada, I bought some products that didn't suit me, you know. I bought some cover for my Apple Watch, for my phone, you know, and when they arrive, I don't like them, I just throw away. It's okay, it doesn't matter, right? But if you meet a spiritual teaching which is wrong, okay, it is a mistake that will affect many of your lives. You will waste a lot of lifetimes when you get into the wrong teaching. All right. So, but congratulations, at least you have come to ACI 1. At least from my teacher, I know that this is authentic. So we are in the safe hand, okay? Congratulations. Okay, so I think you need to congratulate your own self for having good seats to come here. All right. So please be, I would say, please be a bit noisy when people are offering you a Dharma teaching. Don't just go for the sake of going. Don't just go because so-and-so say this is a rare occasion for certain master to come to the town. And then after you get initiation from that master, the next day the master is gone. How are you going to practice? Basically, you only get blessing from him and you don't get anything, right? Let's continue. Yeah, some people go to some deserted place because they want to do some deep practice. Unless you go with instruction in hand, a good instruction in hand, which is complete and totally correct. Otherwise, you are only wasting your time. So in our text, the text that we are learning, the master translators of the olden days, they took a hardship. They went to as far as India to learn and bring back the authentic teaching, you know. So all these are really something very what do you call that? 珍贵. Sorry, I forgot my English. Very precious, very precious. Okay, I'm sorry, my English is quite contaminated today. Okay, so we can spend thousands of years struggling with some Dharma with no authentic origin, and we will not get a little bit of realization at all. Here, it's like thrashing water to make butter. You know, normally when we want to make butter, we need to use milk, but here it is like trying to make butter with plain water. You do until cows come home, you still get water. Okay, so I think this Pak Bongkar Rinpoche is very interesting. This is why he is very famous. So again, so we have already read these three. So first, it should have been taught by enlightened beings. Second, it should have been clean of any errors. And third, it should have brought true realizations to the master practitioners. All right. So, well, yeah, and then now we are back on the Lamrim, steps to the path. So it consists of instruction on the profound, which is emptiness, and then far-reaching, which is bodhicitta, right? So again, we are talking about this three principal path in Lam-Rim. And then it talked about Kung Po Nel Njor. Why did I highlight this Kung Po Nel Njor? Does anyone want to try to guess? Why did I highlight this? Anybody? Some of you old students who attended the early DCI level 1, 2, 3, you might have heard this name. He is the guy who learned Niguma Yoga from Lady Niguma himself. Ying Hui, you remember? You forgot. Kung Po Nel Njor, okay? This is the merchant. Remember, this is the merchant that went to the island. That island is, I think is referring to Sri Lanka, right? He went to that island to, that is the island of gemstones. Yeah, when you step on the ground, those are gems. You know, so that is what Sri Lanka means. Yeah. So yeah, he's the guy. He's the merchant who went to find Lady Niguma to learn Niguma Yoga. All right, Kung Po Nel Njor. All right. So again, take your time to read. Okay. So this perception is the one and only entry point for disciples who seek freedom. Yeah, this perception is basically talking about the renunciation, right? And to achieve freedom, you have to cut ignorance, the root of this circle of life. Ignorance is the first link of the wheel of life. Yeah, achieve freedom means to get out of the wheel. And to cut ignorance, you have to develop the wisdom which realizes no self. This wisdom is the reverse of the peak at the center of the wheel. And to develop wisdom, you need a correct view free of all error. Okay. Yeah, okay, so that concludes our reading 4. But let's look at the notes. Yeah, 3 collections here. Basically, it refers to the morality, the sutra, which is training on concentration, and knowledge, which is training of wisdom. 3 distinguishing features and 4 greatness, right? 3 features that differentiate the teaching, the Lam-Rim teaching from other instructions are that it includes all the subjects of both the open and secret teachings, easily put to practice, and has come down to us through masters of 2 great traditions. Yeah. So remember, Lam Tso Nam Tsum, 3 principal paths, are also considered as micro Lam-Rim. Yeah. So Lam-Rim and all these big, medium, small, micro has these 3 features. They include all subjects of both open and secret, easy to practice, and has come down through unbroken lineages of 2 traditions. What 2? What are the 2? The far-reaching and the profound. Remember, far-reaching and profound. Far-reaching is the bodhicitta, profound is the wisdom, right? And then the 4 greatness is that after learning the Lam-Rim, we realize that all teachings are consistent. And we perceive all the scriptures as personal advice. The teaching in Lam-Rim, we can read it as personal advice. And then we can easily understand the true intent of the enlightened beings, yeah, which are the 3 principal paths. And of course, the last one is that we automatically avoid the great mistake of disparaging any teaching. Yeah. So these are the 4 greatness. And that's about all. Of course, there are many references here that you can use, right? So this is the end of our class. As a bonus, I want to share with you how to read this kind of interesting book or difficult book, okay? First of all, when I receive a book, okay, this is not just for ACI books. This is for mixed nuts books, for example. If you buy those books published by DC Press, okay? When a lot of people say, I cannot understand, I don't know how to read. Of course, please don't read from cover to cover because you will be very confused, okay? What I do is that first I look at the cover, I look at the title, principal teachings, okay? And then, this is level 1 of Lam Rim. This is Lam Rim, you see? And then, level 1 means what? There might be, there should be level 2, there might be level 3, okay? Okay, there are a lot of things, right? So, but at least I know, this is part of Lam Rim. Introduction is interesting if you have the time to read, but no, I normally don't read there. I will go to the syllabus. I will look at the syllabus, reading 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are 10 readings. What are they? Then I will start to read the title, Introduction to Three Principal Paths. And then Lama and the word, why we learn the principal path, how to take Lama, a pledge to compose a work. What is this? I don't understand. And then 5 and 6, encouragement to study. Renunciation, okay. Stopping desire for this life, okay. Stopping desire for future life. And how to know when you found renunciation, okay. 5 and 6 seem to be related. 7, why we need the wish. 8, how to develop the wish. How to know the wish. 7 and 8 are related. 5 and 6 are renunciation. 7 and 8 are the bodhicitta. 9 and 10, correct view. Correct view. And then, okay, this looks very complicated. Now a lot of things. Okay. A lot of things. Analysis, okay. So this could be related to correct view. This is how I read a book, okay, a new book. And then what else? Okay, there are 10 readings. There are 10 readings, so many. It's okay, don't worry. What I do is that normally when I go to reading, I will look at the notes. I will look at the notes. You know, Geshe Michael notes is normally very, very thorough. So I will start with the notes first. We are talking about Chankya Rinpoche Dorje. We are talking about 15 scroll paintings. And then try to link this to what you know. The King of Dharma. King of Dharma is written based on the 15 scrolls of painting. So this is related, right? And I don't see how. Okay, Ngawang Drakpa. Okay, this is about Ngawang Drakpa and his classmates. Bodhisattva ever weeping. This is interesting name. I think I heard this before in the Lojong, right? In the Lojong Sage's book. Any beautiful lines. And then I look at the notes for chapter 2. Okay. So door to the noble path. Yeah. Sugang talk about great thief, you know. Ngawang Lobsang Gyatso. Yeah, sounds familiar. And then, okay, who are these guys? I don't know them. It's okay. So slowly read, you know. All these are very, very interesting. More than a wishing jewel, 3 problems of the pot, you know. So try to read the notes to familiarize with the content. And then, of course, because this is a very comprehensive ACI, you can look at the class notes, you know. These notes were taken by students and should be used as reference, okay? So it might not be accurate. It might not be accurate. So, so many notes, you can try to read them, you know, to get some understanding. And then my favorite place is answer key. Geshe Michael is very, very smart. He will always prepare homework question with answer key. This is where we learn the gist of the content, because only important things will go into the homework, right? So you go through the homework and you read through everything. And then, of course, if you want to learn Tibetan, you can come here, right? You can come here. Of course, in the answer key, there are many Tibetans also. Namso Namsum, you know. Yeah. So this is how we read a new book. Okay, this is how we read a new book. Okay, let's take an example. I have an example of one of the latest book that I just bought, right? Latest book that I just bought. Let's talk about Golden Key, okay? Golden Key, I know it's it was published for quite a while already. Okay, it's come up. So let me show you how to read Golden Key. I know this is not an easy book, and some people felt that it is a difficult book. Yeah. So we start. Okay, this is Golden Key, right? This is Golden Key by Wordsmith. Yeah, of course, I will look at the title. I will look at this is the subtitle, Difficult Questions in the Mind-Only School by J. Tsongkhapa. Is it big enough? Okay. Yeah. Oh, oops. Yeah. And then commentary by Fearless Blade, which is Jigme Rikpe translated by Wordsmith, my friend. Oh, Geshe Michael Roach, my teacher. Okay, this is how we read, okay? Okay, and then, okay, these are basically the same, right? Okay, then, okay, table of content. So, wow, introduction. Okay, look at the big title first, introduction, and then commentary, and then root text and appendix. Okay, those are the big bibliographies, right? And then the Diamond Cutter Classic series. Now let's go to introduction. The birth of the mind-only school. Oh, interesting. I want to know. Tibetan tradition of explaining. Okay, interesting. This is the Fearless Blade. Missing biography, his life, collected works. And then, he is a Mongol. You see, from here you can get a lot of information. He's a Mongol. And then he became a monk. He studied, and then he obtained degrees, positions, become trusted biographer, master of 5 sciences. I think we learned about this in ACI 1, you know. He's a master of that, 5 books. Steps to the path. Okay. So he also learned Lamrim. He learned Pramana. Good, cool. He learned Prasnaparamita. He learned Madhyamika. He learned Abhidhamma. He learned Vinaya. He learned Diamond Way. Wow, this guy is amazing. He knows a lot of things. Okay, this is how we see. And then, okay, commentary. Okay, offering, promise, praise. And then, how the school evolved. Strategies to understand. Wow, we see introduction details. So you go through the table of content. 6 types of mental states, 3 types, 4 types. Wow, so confusing. Okay. 6, 3, 4, another 4. Okay, no wonder people say it's difficult, but this is good, you know. So you go through why we call it foundation consciousness, you know, and then no reason to call it foundation. So it sounds very interesting already. And then we have 8 arguments on foundation consciousness. How could we take birth? How could one? So all this, read through the table of content. And then after that, go to appendix. So appendix A, appendix B, you know. So we go to appendix A. Okay, this is standard. Appendix B, traditional presentation of the groups of mental function. And then, okay, what is this? Stopping negative consciousness. Yeah, so just go through this and try to read. I know this is not easy to read, but all these at least are good starting. Okay, and of course when you scroll through, you know, try to find any footnote like this footnote. Yeah, try to read the footnote, and then only after you have scanned through, you start to read. Okay, that's how we read a difficult book. All right, so don't give up. Don't give up. Yeah. All right, any questions? Wow, we have ended our session already. We have ended class 3 and 4. No questions? Okay, if no questions, then have a good evening. And, prayer. Yes, prayer. Oh, photo. Yeah, important. Yeah, let's take photo first. I always forget about the photo. By the way, we are going to use the photo as the attendance. When my teacher asks me who is in your class, then I will show him the photo. In fact, last night photo I showed him and he was so happy. Ah, there is so and so. Ah, there is so and so. Ah, there is so and so. I say, yeah. Inghui, can you help again? Thank
Yes,
you.
of course. So everyone, please turn on your camera. Shinta, Alvin, Chantal, Sue, Chunyata.
Wow.
Ken,
Pearly, Annie,
Ryan,
Riyadi, Karen, Sam, Hanpan, Ryan, Chantel. Who else? JT, TJ.
okay. Wow, okay, let's turn on camera and give a big smile. 1,
Wow.
2, 3.
Yay.
Don't move, we have 2 pages. Done.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's do our prayer. Let's do our prayer. Jacqueline, you want to help again?
Okay, thank you, teacher. Teacher, before that, I want to ask.
Yeah.
So when we offer the mandala,
Yeah.
the opening we turn in. They say some people say when the closing is turning out. Is it true or not?
I don't know.
You
I
don't know,
don't
huh?
know.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
Then we
Geshe-la is doing it inside, so I just follow my teacher. But good question. Let me ask him.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
let-
another ACI student asked me. I said I don't know also. I only
How
turn
do you turn out? You cannot turn out. You can only turn in, right?
Yeah, I do not know how they do it. She asked me, I
Yeah.
do not know.
Yeah. I mean, this is what we call the simple mandala. The real mandala is when you build using the what do you call that? The things,
rice
you know.
thing, yeah.
Yeah, the thing and those rice thing, you know, the gems and gemstones, and then you actually turn it inwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you turn it out, it will be very messy. So logically, you should turn in because you turn out, you have to tidy up the whole thing. It's very difficult.
Okay, thank you, thank
Yeah.
you.
Okay.
That Sashi Puki
Juk sing me to tu
Rira
ling sing in de gen pa di
Sangge Sindu Dikte Wagi Rokun Namda Singha Jupasto Idam Guru Ratna Managami Yatayami Gewa Diji Gewa Kun Sunam Yeshe So Sting Sunam Yeshe Rejo Wei Dampa Kuni Topa So. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you for coming, and please go into the platform if you want to do the assignments. Okay. Yeah. Huh? Yeah. Okay. And that's about all. Have a good evening and see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.